Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, starring Nicolas Cage, Ciarán Hinds, Violante Placido, Fergus Reardon, forgive me if I said that wrong, Johnny Whitworth, Christopher Lambert, and Idris Elba, and directed by Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor. Let's just get right into this, shall we? The opening chase sequence with Moreau, played by Idris Elba, protecting Danny and Nadia from Kerrigan, played by Johnny Whitworth, and Moreau shoots the car Kerrigan is in and flips upside down, was a very brainless action sequence, and I had fun with it. Johnny Blaze, backed by Nicolas Cage, which, kind of a mistake, looks really bad in this movie, and I'm really confused about how he forced to save his father's life, whereas in the first one it was just an accident when he slips and signs the contract. That was just a stupid turn of events change around, in my opinion. The only two characters I cared about in this movie are Nadia and Danny, because they have arcs, unlike the other characters in this movie. So Nadia and Danny are in trouble because Kerrigan is after them for a history Nadia and Kerrigan had in the past, and the Ghost Rider comes in to stop Kerrigan from hurting Nadia and Danny, but does kill Kerrigan's one goon, but is shot by Kerrigan by a bazooka. Was a terrible video game looking action scene. It's also kind of like hard to understand a damn thing that the Ghost Rider is saying. Rourke, played by Ciarán Hinds, is a different character from Mephistopheles, and he looks more like the devil than Peter Fonda. He's a bad character to portray the guy who cured and killed Barton Blaze. The scene where Nick Cage is caged out and when he sees through some guy's horrible past, was a stupid scene. The stupidest scene, that because Cage thinks he can go over the top whenever he feels like it. It's like, oh my god, no wonder some of his movies are really bad. I do love the way how the Ghost Rider just turns the construction saw into a fire construction saw. I thought it was pretty damn neat to see that as his power. I like the way Ghost Rourke turns Kerrigan into this demon called Blackout, and I love the scene when he grabs an apple and it turns into dust and just pops the Twinkies packaging. I thought that was a good way to show off Blackout's power. I also love the scene where Danny asks Johnny what if he needs to take a leak when he's on fire, and the way Nicolas Cage says it's like a flamethrower, and it shows the Ghost Rider doing it, it was just brilliant. When Johnny gets rid of the Ghost Rider for good, that was a very weird sequence, but I can't really tell you what the hell happened, to be honest. Blackout captures Danny for Rourke and gets him possessed to his own power, and he turns Johnny into Ghost Rider again. Was a terrible sequence for that. Danny has the power to give Johnny back the Ghost Rider power. I love the final chase sequence when it leads to Ghost Rider versus Blackout, and that I thought was a good fight. Ghost Rider chases and hunts down Rourke, and the Ghost Rider tells Rourke to go home, as in go back to hell, and that's where he lives, and I mean the Rourke character. And Ghost Rider roars and suddenly gets the Spirit of Vengeance. That all was a good last 10 to 15 minutes of the movie to end, and like, that was just awesome in my mind. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 5.1 out of 10. It has problems, sure, but it's one of those turn off your brain and have a good time popcorn entertainment kind of movie, even though I didn't care for the characters except for Nadia and Danny, but that's okay because I had a hell of a lot of fun in this movie. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, and in a couple of weeks I will be back with Iron Man as we start the Avengers series. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Watch some more videos, and Please write a positive comment in the bottom and hit subscribe. And until next time,